Well, I was really glad to see that the bill passed in a bipartisan fashion. And, it's going to come now to the House. We really haven't seen all the details. I'm looking forward to seeing that. We already passed a jobs bill, actually it was a much larger jobs bill in the House in December. So I would think that there would be good support within the House to take the Senate bill and hopefully in the House also pass it in a bipartisan way. We've got to get people back to work. And what this bill does is it looks at those who've been unemployed for the longest period, 60 days or more. That's really important, those long-term unemployed people, getting them back into the job market. So I think, again, we all know that it's jobs, jobs, jobs. That's what this is about right now. How do we get people back to work? And the jobs bill, whether it's smaller than the House, different than the House, I think we still all know that we've got to pass something. If we can get 13 Republicans to vote along with the Democrats, then obviously there's a lot of great things in the bill that everyone sees as being very, very important for the economy right now and for our people who are really suffering out there. So I think the House will see it the same way. And we passed another great piece of legislation today in the House that was bipartisan. We know we have to work together. We've got to find those compromises that the American people are expecting us to do down here. They don't expect us to come down here and fight and use a power struggle when we're looking at legislation. They want us to come down here and work together and find solutions together. And I think that the Senate did that today. Obviously, I think there's more to do than just this bill, but I do believe it's a good start. We've got an unemployment rate over 10%. In some areas of my district, the unemployment rate is up to 13%. People have been unemployed for a long period of time, too. That's the other thing. It's not just the numbers, but sometimes it's the length of unemployment. And there's even those who really aren't in those numbers anymore, that 10%, because they've stopped looking for work. So this kind of a job measure, which really does look at those, the tax credits are for those who've been unemployed a long time, 60 days or more, I think is very, very important as we're looking at trying to get people back to work. But we have a lot more to do, and we are looking at other solutions to this down here in Congress. How can we help businesses so that they can grow? The credit is still an issue, a credit crunch. I've got actually a piece of legislation I've got out there trying to get loans to small businesses so they can have the capital to grow. So there's still more to do, but this is a good start. Every time you look at infrastructure, there's a win-win for everyone because you're putting people back to work who work in construction, also people that are making whatever materials are needed for that construction and that infrastructure work, and then you also have something tangible for the long run. You're actually creating an asset that's going to be there for hopefully a very long time. So I think, again, a win-win situation. Immediate relief for those who are unemployed, but a long-term investment in our community.